let's try this again. Take 2. Welcome to the CC Makes YouTube channel. My name is Karina, aka CC. I have a Etsy store, ccfiberanddesign, and you can follow me on Instagram at cc_makes. Ravelry coming soon. I'll talk about that a little bit later. This is knitting and hand-dyed yarn podcast with some other crafty chats as well. Sometimes, not super much so lately. I've just been knitting, so you get knitting today. Thank you all for checking out my channel. If you are new, I'd love it if you liked, subscribe, hit that bell notification, commented on the video, and to all the returning viewers, of course, thank you. Thank you so much. You can find me here on YouTube, obviously, and like I said, on Instagram and my Etsy shop, which I believe is easier to find if you actually go into Google and you type the store name, and then at the end of the store name put Etsy. I find that makes the words are escaping me already. I find that it's easier to pull a shop from Google than actually typing it into the Etsy search bar, because that gets confusing in itself. So that's just a little tip there. But I joined a mystery knit along, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with if you follow in the knitting world. Stephen West. I will talk about that a little bit more later on, but I've joined that, so I'm going to be setting up my Ravelry page finally, my project page, so I might as well do, you know, the podcast group as well. I know I'm small potatoes, but maybe someday I will have a big enough subscriber, you know, number that I will need that at some point. I don't know. Wishful thinking, you never know. But yeah, so I'm gonna set that up on Ravelry, project page and stuff on there. I know some people can't follow along on there just because of, like, it gives migraines or whatever, you know, issues it causes you, and I apologize for that. I just don't have any other platform to put that on other than Instagram, and I know everybody doesn't have Instagram either, so I think it's a struggle that everybody's trying to figure out lately. But I'm gonna set it up. I don't have any issues with the website other than I find it really bright, but I mean, there's that. So I'll talk about all of that a little bit later. Anyway, today is October 24th. It is a sunny, chilly day here in the Pacific Northwest. Last time I podcast was over 2 weeks ago, and I don't think anything major has happened. Like, there was no there was Indigenous Peoples Day. So fun fact, I am Alaska Native. I am half Aleut and Danish and a smidgen of a bunch of other little sprinkled in there. Happy belated Indigenous Peoples Day, October 12th. That week was extremely busy for us, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, fun fact about me, Alaska Native, so happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Announcements, there's not a whole lot of, like, specific announcements except for the giveaway, the 100 subscriber giveaway for the channel. I'm gonna do that now, so let's go ahead and get into that. So it's taken me a little bit, and I apologize. I wanted to do this right when I hit 100 subscribers, but then I hit like a little bump and I got past that, and now I'm just back at a standstill. So we're gonna go ahead and call this the 100 subscriber giveaway. So to enter this giveaway, which is for YouTube subscribers only, so if I have a way to check that you're a subscriber, I mean, I probably could, but I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt and hope that you're subscribed. I would like you to comment in the boxes below or whatever. Just drop your comment and answer this question. What is your favorite brand of yarn to knit or crochet with? just drop some brands that I can go check out, because I'm gonna be buying yarn again very soon. So drop some brands below and let me check them out. So please comment on this video with your answer to that to enter the giveaway. I will use the random comment generator, whatever that thing's called, to pick a winner on October 29th at noon. I will cut it off at noon, and I say at noon, but I'm gonna stop it obviously at noon. Like anything beyond noon is not gonna be involved in the answer comment thing, but I'm gonna draw it then. So I'm not going to respond and reply to anybody's comments until after that date, after that time, after I've got a winner who has reached out to me and I can send that off to, and then I'll reply. I just don't want my comments to mess up the generator and, you know, foul up a potential winner. So that is my plan. So to enter, just answer that question. What is your favorite brand of yarn to knit with? I was going to dye up a special colorway for this giveaway, but I just do not have the time at all. So what I'm going to do is go visit my local yarn shop and pick out some goodies, some yarn of course, and maybe a project bag, and have, you know, a pretty big size or good sized giveaway for the winner. So make sure you enter, tell your friends, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll draw on October 29th. I will pop into like a quick video. Won't be a whole podcast or anything like that, but just a quick video, upload it with the winner, and hopefully they can reach out to me either on Instagram, Ravelry, or my email, which I'll link all that below. So but yeah, I appreciate every one of you that comes by, checks me out, stays, you know, subscribes. So enter the giveaway for some cool goodies coming your way, hopefully, if you win. I don't know. Moving on. I have a lot to chat about today, honestly. It might take a little bit longer than usual. I'm already 8 minutes in and I'm still on announcements, but bear with me. Life has been a whirlwind at the moment, for sure. I will chat all about life stuff at the end of the video if you should care to stick around for that. If not, I will talk about my knitting and you can, you know, peace out. And
who is this? There's always some random people at my yard. I forget what I was saying.
Stick around if you would like to. If not, you can jump out anytime. But let's go ahead and get on into knitting. People, leave me alone. All right, so knitting. I don't have any finished objects this week at all. I could have, but I don't. Look at this fancy drink, y'all. Coors Banquet. Can't go wrong with Coors Banquet. So no finished objects. I have 1/2 object and some WIPs, and that is all. But they're exciting ones. So first one is, I showed this last time, but I didn't finish it. This is my sock. It's just a vanilla sock in my crushed blueberry colorway. Kind of accurate-ish, I guess. It's showing more plum on the camera, but it's kind of micro striped, and I used Lolodidit for the heel and toe. Don't remember the colorway, part of a gradient kit that she had, but it matched this because there's that stripe of like black in there. So this is as far as I got. I lost my knitting mojo. I lost my knitting mojo for socks. So I didn't get any further than this. I didn't even weave in the ends, obviously. So there is what is left. And I blame it on these needles. I said this the last episode. Like, they were just not working for me. That bend and that, I just can't with it. It slides all over and I lose my stitches. and it makes me angry. So that is just hanging out. It's actually not hanging out on the blocker. It was hanging out
all crumpled up in my
it was all hanging out all crumpled up in my owl bag because I didn't want to look at it anymore. So there is that. That is just like a 64 stitch sock on, I don't know what size needles. Too small of needles, I'll tell you that. This is too small. It should have been, I should have used a bigger size, but I didn't, because all my sock needles are being used at the moment. Go figure. But it was smaller than I liked. Like, this isn't as stretchy as I wanted it to be, or what it is normally. So it's just too small. Anyway, those needles just give me anxiety. So, all right, moving on. Giveaway, FO. I didn't talk about this. I've already talked about this in a past episode, but this is my Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry. I knit this a while back. I can't remember when exactly. I was in Alaska at the time, but I used my own hand-dyed yarn, knitted to pattern, except I knitted to pattern, but I apparently have tiny T-Rex arms and the sleeves are just too long. And I was going to rip back and I never did, so I'm wearing it now. I still plan to rip it back a little bit because these aren't stretchy anyways, and I would like them to be just a bit more stretchy. So I'd like to take like 4 inches off and redo that at some point in time in my life. I'm not sure when. My daughter, Brooklyn, for those of you that don't know, or for those of you new viewers, Brooklyn is my 8-year-old, my youngest daughter. She would like this sweater knit in her size. And Andrea Mowry, if someday that you come across my tiny little podcast, this video, my daughter would like the Weekender in kid size. If I could wrap my brain around sizing that down, that pattern down, I could totally do it. It's just, and I'm just not gonna do it right away at any time soon. I mean, she's like a size 10, 12 in kids. I don't know measurements on that, but I don't think it'd be that hard to go down from like an extra small to her size. I don't know. I could probably do it. She's already picked out her yarn, but I don't know. There's just so much going on right now. Anyway, so there's my Weekender sweater, what I'm wearing. It finally got cold enough here to bust out some hand knits. I couldn't put on any socks, which I regret. My hair is driving me crazy. If you can't tell, I'm sorry if that bothers anybody that I have to keep touching it because it's annoying me. I never have it down anymore. Anyway, the weather is cold enough to where I can bust out some knits, but all my hand knit socks are packed up. Like you'll see, everything's empty. Everything's empty and ready to be moved next weekend. I'll talk about that more later on, but I wish I had some socks that were finished and out and ready for me to wear because it's pretty damn chilly here. All right, what's next? So here's my sock. I did cast on a sweater. It's a cardigan, and it was living in this bag that Taryn made that I was supposed to list, and I never ever did. Probably not going to because I really like this bag with flamingos and stuff on it. This is the sweater, or the cardigan, by Hinterm Designs, and I'm probably butchering that. Hinterm Stein Designs. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Sorry if I butchered it. But this is the big sister cardigan. It's just an open front cardigan, and it's supposed to be a longer cardigan. It's probably going to be longer once I block it out, but I knit it all to pattern so far. Nothing changed at all on it, and I knit it in bare yarn because I could not decide what color I wanted this cardigan to be. And it's kind of supposed to be oversized a bit, and on me it's not going to be like super oversized. It's going to fit, you know. I have 4 layers of shirts on right now, so I'm not normally this wide, perky-ish, I guess, but it fits normal, but it's going to block larger anyways because it's superwash. But I knitted all to pattern. It's supposed to be oversized. It's got pockets down here. I knit the lining on this side that I have to sew in, put the flap up. I'll put a photo in of her finished pattern photo just so you get an idea, but I wish I could kind of made these a little bit longer. However, it'll still work because the pocket's gonna go like way down here. So it'll be a nice deep pocket. You can put your phone in or whatever. And same on this side. And then the only thing that I have to do is knit the sleeves, which I'm going to knit in tandem. Is that right? Is knit in tandem?
Knit them at the knit them at the both same time. Knit them at the both same time.
I'm going to knit them at the same time together so I can get done quicker, I guess. I don't know. Because all I have to do now is just finish this one pocket. And I'm not going to do any blocking. I'm not going to do the ends, weave in the ends or anything until I have it all dyed and then laid out flat to dry, and then I'll weave in the ends and hopefully it'll all be good to go. So I'm kind of thinking like that was inside out. Kind of thinking like charcoal gray or a heather gray color. Taryn really likes this sweater. For those of you that don't know, Taryn is my oldest daughter. She lives in Boston with her husband, but she kind of has claimed that sweater as well. She wants like a camel color, which would be really pretty. But I don't know yet. We'll see what color strikes me when I decide to dye it. And I followed everything on that pattern. Like I said, it's on size 7 using my Chiaogus, which is all I use. What else about it? I think there was some, I was looking at Ravelry project pages on that pattern, and there are some modifications that you can do. Like you don't have to put the pockets in, you don't have to put those collar notches in. I just really liked it, and I've liked this sweater for, like I said, a couple years now, so it just intimidated me. And then finally I had the time to just sit down, and actually I didn't have the time. I don't know where that came from, but I had the brain space to sit down and be like, I'm going to do this, and it just happened, and it busted it out in like a week. But I haven't picked it up because there's a new cast on. So anyway, that is all about my big sister cardigan, which I love and I think I'm going to love. I just wish I had a better quality yarn for that. That bear yarn is just stuff that I've had laying around, so I don't know why I'm drinking that. I really want some ice water. Anyway, so my next WIP, my next work in progress is a mystery knit along. And I'm sure everybody in the knitting world has seen this on Instagram, on Ravelry, the Stephen West Slipstravaganza MKAL 2020. I don't know why I decided to do it. I just all of a sudden decided to join this mystery knit along. I kept seeing it everywhere, and I was like, wow, that's, you know, that looks really cool, and I wish I would have paid attention and joined it when I was supposed to, but I didn't. I joined late in the game, but it's okay. I cast it on last week, and I'm on clue 2. He had clue 1, a bonus clue 2, and now he released clue 3 yesterday, but I'm still on clue 2. I just finished 1 and the bonus last night and started clue 2. So I'm a little bit behind, but hopefully by this end of the weekend I can catch up and start on clue 3 before he releases the next one next week. So if you're in the knit along and you're not where I am on clue 2, look away. Like, spoiler. If you don't want to see it, don't look until I tell you to look. And of course I'm in the middle of a row, but this is what it looks like so far. Like, look how cool that is. It's not blocked at all. Look how cool that is. It's super texturized. This is clue 2 up here, and I'm just on that part. And this is all knit with my hand dyed yarn. So this is Lime Punch. It's not showing up properly on the camera. It's not like a super in your face neon green. It's just kind of like a more muted neon color. And then we have Electricity Makes Me Crazy. And then this is Miss Monster. And for those of you that don't follow me, you know, my hand dyeing business, Miss Monster skeins are one-of-a-kind skeins. So this is a one-of-a-kind skein. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do all of these colors together. Oh my gosh, I forgot this one. This is the speckled one, is Lolabean Yarn Co, which, by the way, hello, have you seen her article? If you haven't, go check it out. I think it's on her Instagram. If not on her Instagram, it's on Gigi Made It. Her page, I think she has a link to it, and go check it out because this woman is amazing. And I'm pretty sure I'm older than her, but I would like to be her when I grow up. Adela is amazing. She owns Lolabean. But this is her colorway. I chose this one because it's super fun and reminds me of 80s. It's called Electric Youth. Anyway, I went with the whole 80s vibe, and I really like how it's turning out. I just thought all these colors like went so well together. Not at first. At first I was like, what? Like, that's not gonna look good at all. Like, it's not gonna match. It's not gonna contrast well, but I'm really liking it. It's busy, it's fun. It is like a total 80s, I don't know, palette. Just reminds me of, like, I don't know, an MTV music video from the 80s. Anyway, that is as far as I've gotten. I'm only on clue 2. I should be on clue 3, but I joined late in the game because I'm a procrastinator and I had to mull over my colors 4 days. You can look back if you didn't want to be spoiled. You can look again now. But this one, so I had all these other colors ready to go, but I wanted like a hot pink to stick in there for the other contrast color, but I didn't have any in my stash, and my stash is all packed up, obviously. So I found all these colors like on the top of my tote that I have packed away. So I opened it up, pulled out these colors, and then I was like, well, I need another color. And I didn't pack up all my dye stuff completely. So I like dug in on the top of the boxes and stuff and found a skein of berry yarn and a dye color that was like, hello 80s, totally ready for dyeing up and into this palette. So I was like, you know what, we're doing it. We're going with the 80s vibe, and there it is. And I'm really liking it. I enjoy it. I kicked the camera. Sorry. I enjoy his pattern. I've never knit a Stephen West pattern ever because I always thought like, oh wow, it's gonna be super intimidating and like the Big Sister one. Like, I'm scared of patterns or something. I don't know. I am an experienced knitter and I can figure stuff out pretty easily. It's just, I don't know. I was intimidated. So I finally cast that on or cast on a pattern of his, and I am not sorry. I am not sorry at all. I really like it. But yeah, so there's that. Like I said, Adela's yarn, Lolabean Yarn Co. Go read her article because she's awesome and I want to be her when I grow up. So I think you can still join in that mystery knit along. Don't quote me on that, but I think you can. I think you can go purchase the pattern, and if you're a super fast knitter, you know, catch up and join the mystery knit along. I don't know for sure, but go check it out if you're so inclined to do so. So that was all my works in progress. Kind of busted through those pretty quickly, but what else do I have? I don't have any, like, all my other works in progress are still works in progresses. They're just not out and they're living in their bags because that one shawl, the transfer point shawl, I'm going to rip it out and restart it. And then my Autumn League pullover, I'm giving up. I'm giving up on that. I'm gonna rip that out too. So, oh, and then my Hermione Everyday socks. I just cannot get myself to finish those. I just can't. Like, nothing bores me more than those socks. So those are all my WIPs. I'm not showing you those. Yarn purchases. I've made some yarn purchases lately. I kind of went on a little shopping spree. I was feeling like down in the dumps, and you'll hear why very soon. But it was a sad few weeks, so I went online and did a little yarn retail therapy. So my first purchase was from Hue Loco, because Hue Loco. I got this skein right here, which is very, very pretty. And now that I'm looking at it, I could have totally used this in my my Steve Mustral. Oh, the bird. But I didn't. I didn't use it. I should have, because it's got the same colors. This is on her Phyllis sock base, 75/25, 4-ply, 460 yards, so it's pretty hefty. And it's the colorway Ohana. Ohana. Wasn't that Lilo and Stitch? Ohana means family. It's got like neon, speckles in there on like a minty turquoisey base. So really like that. It's super soft too. And the other one I got from her is, obviously there's her label, Hue Loco yarns, on merino sock, which is 80/20, 400 yards, 2-ply. This is colorway Unicorn Hideout. And I got these two skeins. I think it was on her clearance section of her website, because sales. I'm all about saving some money. So I got these. I want to say there was another one that I wanted, but when I went to check out, it wasn't in my cart anymore. But yeah, so I got these two. And then I got a sock set from the Macks Yarn Co, which is the daughter of Jody from the Grocery Girls. And they sent a fun button as well. And this colorway, it's not written on here, but I'm pretty sure you're not wearing pants. Anyways, this is in her colorway Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, it's fine. I'll hold the yarn here so nobody can see you. Night of the Living Dead. So anyway, back to what I was saying. To the Macks Yarn Co. Sock set. It's fingering weight, 80/20, 415 yards. And it is in the colorway Night of the Living Dead. I believe. I can't remember. This is like a tonal black. It's showing like a brown on the camera, but it's black. And then like pinks, mauves, greens, blues, yellow speckles in here, which is really cool. Like I said, she's Jody's daughter from the Grocery Girls, who has her own yarn company now. Her and her partner, I think. Yeah. So, fingering weight sock set. A bird. Going with the Halloween theme. Night of the Living Dead. And then I got... Sorry, this is going to be like crinkly and loud, but I found... it's going to be loud. Put her in her cage. All right, so the next color, or next purchase that I got was from Color Redefined. And I followed her a long time ago before she started dyeing yarn. She used to do, I think like knit and crochet stuff like I used to do. I used to sell that stuff too, that I would make knit and crochet stuff and sell it. And she did the same thing, but now she dyes yarn. My gosh. So her website, Color Redefined, This is colorway Pass Me the Funnies, which is super cool because look at all that. It looks just like the funny papers in a newspaper. Are they called the funny papers? No, they're called the funnies, obviously. 75/25, 463 yards, and it's on her smooth sock base. And she is color is spelled COLOUR, obviously, _redefined, and she's on Instagram like that, color_redefined. And her website, I think, is just color redefined. But when I ordered this, she sent a little mini skein. Kind of see it. I don't want to take it out because I feel like, I mean, I don't drink tea either. I mean, occasionally I'll drink tea. I mean, but I'm not gonna drink this, so I thought maybe I would. Such a cute little skein, and it's like a cream with black and yellow and blue speckles. Kind of, you're not gonna be able to see that very well. Oh, kind of. And then, but I'll link all those down below. I'm sure everybody knows Hue Loco, obviously, and To the Macks Yarn Co is getting pretty known as well. So, but I'll link all that below. Then I went on to Knit Picks and I got Wool of the Andes, and I've never knit with this before, so I'm kind of curious to see how it holds up. I mean, it feels really sturdy. Does it pill? Those of you that haven't, I just totally chunked that out. If those of you that have knit with this, does it pill? Ooh, I don't know. Add that into your comment for the giveaway. Like, what's your favorite brand of yarn to knit or crochet with, and does Wool of the Andes pill? Add that little tidbit in there. It's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. Gross, that's not my hair. How much is in here? Oh, 110 yards. It feels, I mean, it's not like the super softest, but obviously. But I wanted like a workhorse kind of yarn. I've just never used this before. So I got 2 sweater quantities of Penguin, which is not properly showing on there. It's kind of like a, it's showing more blue on there, but it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. Midnight colorway, I guess. Midnight. And then I got Crane Heather, which I really like. I don't know what I'm gonna do with either one of them, but I got enough for 2 sweaters worth. And I don't normally shop at Knit Picks either. I don't know why I went on there. It was just a spur of the moment kind of thing, but and it was cheap, so I'm all about cheap. I'm all about cheap. So that is all my yarn purchases. My no-FOs, my WIPs, my yarn purchases. I'm really pilling. There's a lot of pilling in this sweater. So moving on to what I've been watching, I guess. New podcasts. I have been binge watching, and I just finished yesterday. I finished watching Mace of Skeins, Macy. She is a new podcaster as well as new hand dyer. So she's in Fort Worth, Texas. She has a podcast, and I binge watched all of that. I think she's adorable, so go check her out. I think her website's on Etsy too. Yeah, it is, because I had to type it into Google to find her. Mace of Skeins. So she's on Instagram like that too. What else? Binge watched her. I always watch Grocery Girls, Sherry Rell, and Cozy Up Knits. Those are like the ones that I always watch, as well as Needles at the Ready. And I can't remember what else. Anyway, binge watched her, caught up on my other ones. Those are all the podcasts that I've been watching. Shows on Netflix I've been watching. Haunting of Bly Manor. I watched that. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I thought it was going to be better. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of forced acting in it for sure. But that's just my opinion. It's on Netflix. And then I watched Unsolved Mysteries, that new series on there. Does anyone remember the old ones, the old Unsolved Mysteries? I miss those ones. Even though they scared me as a little kid, I miss those old episodes. And then I restarted New Girl because you can't go wrong with that. Whenever you just need something fun to watch, I watched New Girl. And then Shameless, I watched the newest season of that series. So I'm caught up on that now. It's just totally not the same without Fiona in there. Probably not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, it's pretty raunchy, but I like it. I mean, nothing else I'm gonna say about that. I like it. Books. Oh, what? You're reading now, Karina? Yeah. I downloaded a book thanks to Macy from Mace of Skeins. I don't normally read. I mean, I used to read constantly, and she talked about on one of her episodes this book about like zombies and like, was it an apocalypse or was it just a bad meth trip or something like that? And then I read the little blurb on the book and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read that for sure. So I bought the audiobook on the iBooks app. It's Fiend, and it's by, you can have 4. It's by Peter Stenson, called Fiend. And so I bought the audiobook and I started listening to it and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do this audiobook because this voice is driving me absolutely batshit crazy. So I stopped the audiobook and just bought the book, and just now I'm reading it because I'm ridiculous like that. But anyway, if you like zombies and throw in a twist and turn with a meth trip or, you know, whatever, download that book. I mean, I'm only like halfway through, but so far it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, that's what I've been reading and watching. I'm getting parched. I've been recording for almost 40 minutes now. So now we are into life stuff. If you don't care to stick around for all of the chaos that is my life, you can peace out now and no hard feelings. Catch you next time. Like, subscribe, enter the giveaway on all that good stuff. So thank you. For those of you that want to stick around for life stuff, it has been a crazy 2 weeks for sure. Right after I podcasted the last time, Brooklyn's birthday was Friday the 9th. So we did her little party. She got all her gifts or whatever. And then that night we all, went to bed. I get up early the next morning. I come downstairs and her bird broke its neck somehow during the night and died. And I found it like at the bottom of its cage, like his neck's all, I can't talk about it because I'm going to cry because it was traumatizing. Anyway, that happened. It died. It was so sad. We were all so sad. We were so sad. So sad. And then, so I get the kids up and I find this place that's like a breeder of these birds. So I was like, I'm going to fix the situation because I didn't know what else to do. So my solution was to go buy another bird, because what else was I going to do? I have no idea. I don't know. 2020 has not been our year for pets. My cat is still missing. I thought I saw it one day and I went to chase this cat all around town, but I don't know if it was actually him. It looked like him, but anyway, so we got a new bird. This one doesn't have its wings clipped and it flies all over the place, as you would have seen. This one is named Coco. We think it's a girl. I don't know how you tell a bird gender, but so there was that. Woke up to Nuggy, not alive anymore. Got the kids ready, drove 3.5 hours north up to Mercer Island to this bird place and got her, let her pick out another bird, and drove back home with it. It was traumatizing and sad, and I'm still not over it. And this bird is an outsider because she's mean. She's mean still. She'll come around. I know, it's just, she's not our bird. She's not our bird, and we're not used to that. But that was like the one major traumatic event. Like right before that same week, Justin, my husband, had left. He's back to work, so he had left. That was traumatic enough for the kids. And then Brooklyn had a happy day of her birthday, and then her bird died. And then it was sad. And then she had a happy day because she got a new bird, but it wasn't the same. And we still had many tears over the first week that we had this bird. So we're adjusting. We're all adjusting. She's coming around. She just likes to snuggle really and bite your hair and bite your ears and fly all over you. But it'll get better. It'll get better. And then, so my middle schooler, Emma, she went back to school, in-person school. And she came home from school last Monday, I want to say. Last Monday. She's only allowed to go 2 days a week. She came home and she said that her teacher was pulled out of class because her son had tested positive for the virus. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And then I get a call from my other daughter, Brooklyn's elementary school, saying that a kid in her class had been in contact with somebody that had tested positive. And we live in a super small town, so I was like, okay, well, that was inevitable. So we all had to like pause everything, stay home, go get tested. I mean, we don't have like COVID symptoms. We have like major climate change symptoms. Like it was warm and now it's cold. Now we have like nasal issues, but we don't have the COVID. Anyway, so that was and still is a big thing going on here. I believe everybody that was tested was negative, and I think it was like a false positive or something like that. But now I'm arguing with myself about whether or not to send my kids back to in-person school or not. I mean, I know that they like that and need that social interaction, but I don't know if they need it to an extent to where it involves our health. Like, I have respiratory issues. When I get bronchitis, it nearly takes me out, and I get it every year. And Brooklyn has asthma, and like, I don't know. I'm just arguing internally about whether or not to send them back to actual school or just continue with remote learning, which sucks. But I don't know. So there is that. And then we have to move next week. So yeah, so that's fun. I'm packing up. Everything's empty in my office. I think all I really have to do now is get a U-Haul reserved and throw everything in the U-Haul. Hopefully my brother and some friends will come down and help me out with that. Get us all moved out of here, and so there's that. It's been busy. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's been traumatic. Losing that bird was traumatic. It was so traumatic. Love that stinking bird. That's life stuff now. I'm going to be closing my shop next week for a while. Because I have to move to a different town, and then I have to do all my new business stuff all over again. So I'm going to close it for a little bit, and I'm throwing around the idea of rebranding. I'm just not sure if I'm actually going to pull the trigger on that. Like ccfiberanddesign was kind of geared more toward like when I was writing patterns, and I still do, but I'm not ready to like put them out to the world. But there was CC Fiber, obviously, which is my yarns, and then design, which could have been, you know, my patterns, or I used to do like vinyl stickers and stuff, so I was gonna maybe throw that in there. So that title that shop name just kind of fit for a bit. But now I kind of want to go a different direction. I mean, I still gonna do, you know, dyeing yarns and stuff, but I just kicked the camera again. A little bit more of a fun, colorful name. So I'm still tossing that idea around. So I'll let y'all know if I do or don't do that. That my next podcast will be, it's probably not going to be till like mid-November, until we're settled in the new house, where it's going to take us a little bit because I'm not packing properly and I'm just kind of throwing random stuff in boxes because I can. and it's going to take me a long time to unpack all that. So it may be mid-November by the time you see my rambly face again. But follow me on Instagram, on Ravelry, and, you know, keep up. I will post stuff on there. And like I said, do follow or enter this giveaway by commenting. And I will pop back on next week, the 29th, with a little winter update video and get that sent out. So I think that's all. Yeah, that is all. Kind of a hodgepodge podcast, but if you know me, that's kind of how I roll. So I will see you all probably in a month or so, when we're settled in the new house. But if there's, in the meantime, in the next week or so, yeah, a little over a week, I guess, I'm going to close the shop. So if there is anything that you would like, if you noticed anything, go grab it now, because no guarantees it'll be back. So, yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, enter the giveaway, and I will see you all when I see you. Well, I'll see you all next week with the giveaway announcement, but after that, I'll see you all when I see you. So anyway, have a good weekend, and bye.